Hello and welcome to Shield Maiden Meadery. I'm Brian and today I'm going to be bottling this Apple Cyser that we started back in October. The way we made this is we filled the carboy with our apple cider back in October. We let that ferment out. Once it fermented out, we added 3 pounds of honey. We've let it sit and bulk age for the last couple of months. Should be pretty tasty right about now. Fingers crossed. We're going to check the gravity of it, see where we're currently sitting, see what our ABV is on it. And when we transfer, so we'll be transferring into this GrowlerWerks uKeg 128. So it's 1 gallon. And yeah, just kind of want to test it, see how it works. I've kind of got some questions on how well it will function, but we'll see what happens. Alright, so we have everything sanitized now. In case you're wondering why I have so many different bottle sizes and shapes, we already went over what this one is for. The 2 growlers that I have here are to fill into this if everything goes the way I'm hoping it goes. And then it typically goes in order of what I'm going to drink. The taller beer bottles, those are what I will normally drink out of first. They're for sharing around the house. The smaller ones are ones that I'll give away to my friends. And then the wine bottles are what I will store long term. That way I can try it again in 6 months or a year when the smaller things have gone. So let's get going. I have the bucket of sanitizer sitting next to me. It's sitting down just off to the side here so that as I'm grabbing the bottles, I can dump whatever. There'll sometimes be some residual. There, you can see it in that one. There's some residual in there. I just want to dump that out. The foam, the foam is fine. Everything is sanitized with Star San. It's just pre-mixed, ready to go. That way I can do the bottles while we're going. Then I can seal it shut and use it again next time. That's also the bucket that I will use when I am filling my spray bottle. Right now we are sitting at 1.000, possibly 0.9999, but I'm not gonna argue semantics on this. So I'm gonna go ahead and just drop this in here. It gives it a place to trickle into while I am doing something with this. So pull you out. There it is. So I'll end up washing the case and all in a little bit, but I try to never leave my hydrometer just sitting out. That's a surefire way for it to end up broken. Alright, so let's go for a taste test. And it's got an excellent smell right now. Oh, it's a little hot yet. It's a little hot right now, but it came out pretty good. Alright, I'm gonna give this a quick dump just to make sure everything's cleared out inside. We'll finish this guy off. And then we'll start filling this thing up. So, boom, right about there. I don't typically carbonate my ciders. I will drink them flat. So, let's put you right there. Alright, so one of the things that GrowlerWerks does is you put a CO2 cartridge in this tube, which I've already done. When you screw this on, it will charge the container. You want to make sure this is shut off, and as you open it up, it will put CO2 into the mini keg. With the small scale that I do, personally I'm thinking this could be a really good way for me to get into kegging. But we'll see how it goes. I'm honestly a little worried about how long one cartridge will last, how often it needs to be changed, and the fact that it goes inside of the uKeg, I have a couple of concerns with, because it means I've got to touch the cartridge casing anytime I need to change it. And I don't feel that there's enough O2 in one cartridge to run the entire keg. Oh, I am super happy with this one. So this is a cinnamon apple. I had a handful of cinnamon sticks, put a total of 10 cinnamon sticks, so basically 2 sticks per gallon. And it sat for the first few weeks like that. Alright. While it's doing that, let's figure out what our ABV is. Started with our starting gravity of just the cider was 1.054. We added 3 pounds of honey, which was good for a 0.02. So 1.074. Final gravity is a 1. So we're sitting at 9.8% on this, which is perfect. That's I really didn't want a high alcohol ABV for this one. Alright, well, that was a lot of fun. I had to reset my computer because right after I told you guys what the ABV was, Windows Update decided to run and restart my computer. So this has been so entertaining. Thank you, Windows Update. Alright, this is getting close to filled. Super happy. Right now the cinnamon, I think the hot that I was tasting earlier was the cinnamon. The cinnamon's really coming through. Not like horribly coming through. It's marrying very nicely, but there is, you can smell it, you can taste it. And I'm apparently going to stop paying attention and overfill the growler. Good job, me. Alright, so now we are back. We're to what you guys really want to see, and that is how well this GrowlerWerks uKeg performs. Again, I just kind of gave it a quick turn. Really, it didn't seem to matter how much I turned the knob. It really only once I hit a certain point, it just kind of went tss, and right at 5 psi, which I don't know is really enough to do much. Let's see. Oh, look at that. All right, so that seems to work really well. Let's revisit this guy here after he's served a couple of drinks and see how we are sitting with the keg. I want to finish this 1 gallon, and I want to see how many cartridges it took us. And I'm sure that the O2 will end up carbonating somewhere near the end. I don't plan on it lasting quite that long. Hello again. So, it has been about 5 days since we originally filled this up with a gallon of cider. According to... there's a... Hold it up this way. We have some measurements on the tap here. We have about 2 pints left. The air is still going quite strong. I haven't had any sign. It's still showing that, or right now it's showing that we are sitting at 7 psi, which I've tried to keep it right around 5 because I don't want it to carbonate my cider. It has a little, but nothing crazy. So we're still getting really good pours out of it. So far I'm quite happy with what we have here. I expect some of the dripping that I'm getting. I wish there was a way to not get drips, but I understand that that's an impossibility. What I am happy about is nothing is dripping. It's set up in such a way. The tap comes out, let's see if we can show you here. The tap comes out just far enough that you don't get any splash on the gauge. So to me, that is a fantastic, that's some great design because you don't even really notice it. We'll be back here. I'm going to go ahead and shut the air off on this. See if what's in it is enough to run the last pint out. And then hopefully there's enough gas left in the cartridge. This is a serious fingers crossed. So that when I rinse it out, run some water through it, run some cleanser through it, that it will have enough gas inside to fully purge the system and clean it out. So, fingers crossed. That much I'm not sure will happen, but we're hoping. So, we'll be back shortly to see what happens with the next test. We emptied out this GrowlerWerks uKeg last night. So now it is empty. It's currently showing no pressure on the gauge. We can pop a little pressure in here. I think there's still some pressure left in the cartridge. I don't. Yep. So it's open. So it's not going to build any pressure. So I do still have some pressure left in here. So one 16-gram cartridge was enough to fully run it. I have not opened it up to clean it out yet, so let's get it open. I'm just curious how much. Cider still smells good. Don't know what I was expecting there, but let's see how much is it left in this little keg. Alright, so we have probably about 6 ounces that was left in the bottom of this. Now I just want to run some, this is just some clean water. I just want to run some clean water through it and make sure that we get this nozzle cleared out. So we'll put about a half gallon of water in there. Again, this is just to make sure everything, all the lines are cleared. Pop that on. Just want to give it a quick shake to make sure the inside is thoroughly rinsed. Okay. Let's get some pressure on here. I want to keep it right at we're going to keep it right at 5 psi. This is a dirty jug. And I'm going to make a mess, so let's do it this way. So while it's running, it is down around 2 or 3 psi. I have the air totally shut off now. So, it definitely holds enough of a charge to keep it running for just a little bit. And this is currently sitting at 0 psi. So, I'm super happy with the way this turned out. Well, let me just do that. You guys don't need to. You guys don't need to watch me totally clean this. But I am super happy with the way this turned out. I was worried that one cartridge, I've read other people who, and they probably just cranked it all the way up and ran it. But they've had issues with these uKegs and the cartridges, having to use 2 or 3 cartridges to get the system charged and running. No problems at all. This has been a fantastic experience. I have a half gallon of cider currently. And it's running empty. I currently have a half gallon of cider. I'm going to go ahead and get this washed out, sanitized. And I'm going to put that other half gallon in here. And yeah, I am very happy with what we have here. I would definitely recommend this uKeg, especially if you're doing small batch brewing and you're not quite ready to make the commitment, or you can't monetarily make the commitment. to run a keg system. This is a fantastic small batch alternative. Alright. Thanks for watching along, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.